No, I wasn't intending to do that. Side. I don't know what you're gonna do after a while. You're gonna eventually have to pay to hear my videos. Well, I depend upon people to give out of their hearts, and they don't. So I give freely, and I know that my return is in God. But God moves in the hearts of people. Then I don't beg people. I don't beg my Father. I ask Him. And I ask Him for your hearts, not your money. Your hearts. That's what I ask Him for. I hope this thing is recording. You know, I always try to Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of God, most gracious. Yeah, the stupendous grantor of awesome grace. And I wanted to do two poems. For my master, AMIRI, IMAMU, BARAKA, who impacted my black arts early years of poetical development. In my lifetime, I think I met him and encountered him closely on more than 4 occasions. But that's a long story. And, we think we love people. I mean, we do love them. We know we love them. But I don't think we really understand the essence of that person that we love until they have made their transition from this world. You know, We no longer have the flesh to hinder us from witnessing what we loved about that person. And I really have no adequate words to express for his impact in my life, in my thinking, my early development, and somewhat in latter years. My last encounter with him was here in Indianapolis, and I attended a lecture of his. And somehow we ended up, I had him trapped and kidnapped and japped down in a stairwell in the Butler University for over an hour. And until Nosy Wozy, poet girl, come and took him away from me. But I think he was as fascinated with me as I was with him in a different way. You know, maybe he saw parts of himself in me. Man, he was to have done the introduction to a collection of poetry of mine, but he departed this world before that could occur. So that was not the will of God. It was the will of God that I was impacted by him so deeply. And at one time I wanted to write like him. But there is only one him, because there's only one me, and there's only one you out of 8 billion or more people upon the face of this earth, which means that there will never be another you again, and therefore only you can do what you were sent here to do, and no one can imitate that or copy that. To live an entire lifetime, not come to this, I think is the most astute fool. I want to do these 2 poems for IMAMU. If I can get this thing to working right, my UFO flashing these lights and things, you know, we hope. And my master said, poem. For AMIRI, IMAMU BARAKA. And the master said, it's in the way of things, like you breathing your presence, like you breathing your presence of living, flowing, personal, poetical wine into me. My early years, you. My intoxicated drunkenness, the way of things. It's in spirits traveling through corridors of interpenetrating interstellar and secular cities, time, space, and dimensions. Of you discovering Marxist political refuge for reluctant Dutchmen, now determined to live past racial stereotypes, and retired homosexuals wanting to ride the heterosexual and asexual red line to and from Harvard train in Harvard Square, while washing their clothes in red blood, the blood on paper poems screaming the living daylights out of another broad daylight of all you deposited in me. over the many years, my now falling tears. It's in the way of things. You did surely scream a do not cry at all. The madness of vacant, sad, non-empathetic, selfish, absorbed eyes surrounding my astounding. It's in the way of things, your astute, serious, soft brown eyes, those times we danced and twirled silently together and you would look up from your lectern and smile when seeing me. And tonight, it's in the way of things, the Tahata, the suchness, your breath of great soul mind things. Tibetan Buddhist bowls now singing quietly your harmonious, sacred, and holy anointed name. AMIRI, IMAMU, BARAKA, in my heart and soul, and I gladly hear them. Your name, forever. Perhaps it's the twitch beneath the eye, or the twitch before the twitch. That first opening between the lips, maybe. The way of things. Somewhere in the way of things. It's in the way of things. It's the sound between the eyelashes, between the flashes. It's the beat in between the beat. It's the cry before the pain. It's the teardrop you heard fall before it fell. It's knowing that Joe is going to die. Before dying, it's knowing Joe. It's knowing that Rose shall be born. Before being born, it's the laughter before the happy. It's the weeping, wailing before the sad. You are hearing, but you are not listening. Somewhere. Where? Where? Somewhere. Somewhere. In the way of things. It's in the way of things. If you have enough sense to wipe it on you, God has enough greatness to answer that prayer I just blew on you. You wipe it on you. But that's on you.